Hi, this is Cynthia Horner from Right On Digital, and I am here with Peggy Dodson, and she is going to tell us all about the UBC network that she is the CEO for. And we are just so excited to have her here because there are very few African American women that lead a network. So tell me, what made you interested in this? Because you actually started out in another field.
Yes. Well, I started out as a singer. I think it was moved me from there to there. Cynthia, I just got tired of seeing us one-dimensional, and I wanted to see more depth in the storytelling
Mm-hmm.
from our perspective that I would see in other shows that were not about us. And there are some that has come along now, like 50 Cents with Stars, the Stars Network. I
Right.
know those guys. They're taking. You have to take chances. You have to take chances that these stories will work. They take chances on everybody's stories. So why not take chances on ours? But we have such a rich history of culture, and a nth degree of that has been told, and it needs to be opened up.
Right. And you brought up an interesting point about the fact that they have taken a chance. In the past few years, they've taken a chance, and they didn't expect the overwhelming success of some of these stories. And I actually know 50 Cent, and he's done some interviews, and he talked about the fact that his particular series of programs are aimed at an audience who has not had the opportunity to see these types of images and to see this kind of storytelling. So it goes perfectly in line with the comments that you're making at this point.
Exactly. We need to see each other. There was a Black Wall Street. We had Black businesses, Black churches, you know, um, just relationships with family. Those are the things that were missing. The Cosby Show was good at doing that with the relationships with family. Norman Lear was really good when he did a whole series of Black sitcoms. But we need to see ourselves more outside of sitcoms. There's a situation comedies. What I love what 50 Cent has done and others, it's bringing the drama. It's bringing the drama. I see, Mr. Wolf, who does CSI. Those types of shows. Well, he does what the FBI series and all of that. He's just a hit executive producer. But those have depth, and those characters have depth. It's all about the storytelling. And I always say, whoever controls the narrative controls the story. Our stories have been controlled and have been edited. By the time it gets to the cutting room, we're our scenes are cut out. So it's about having Black writers in the writers room. That's where it starts. The stories that are authentic, and people who are not afraid to tell those stories and write those lines for the actors to say, and then for the actors to just exude. And I have friends that, I won't say who they are. They've been in some shows, and they would just get into arguments with the producers because the producer wanted them to say a line a certain way, and they said, this is not how we talk. And the
Yeah,
producer said, no, this is how I'm going to tell you to do it, or else you're not working.
yeah, I've had friends that have told me that as well, that have been
Mhm.
on major
Yeah.
television
A
series.
major television series, and they go back and they're arguing and just saying, no, no, no. So, but they said, no, you're going to do it like this.
Mhm.
So that's what has to change. And I see the change happening. And we want to be a leader also in that change, giving content creators the platform on major platforms where they can tell their stories and to get the major contracts with us, get the major dollars. Because right now we're talking with, I mean, I've signed a contract that puts us on television handsets, which is unheard of, before we launch. That is how thirsty people are and distributors are for diverse content right now. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, we're already going to be on like on a handset of televisions, and that's very exciting. It puts us in millions and millions of households. So it out of the gate, we come out very strong. We come out very, very strong, and we're going to have a very strong palette of content as well.
Well, that's
And
wonderful. Did you ever think there would be a day where people would be watching television on a handheld device like a iPhone?
I know. You know, Cynthia, you know, back in the day, some years ago, I was always talking about multiple platforms and streaming, and because I thought it was the future, but you know, I was a little bit too ahead of my time, and I think it caught up. But I never knew it would be this grand. I mean, what we can do right now, HD quality on phones, on tablets. I know kids that never watch cable. They only watch their phones. And if it's not on the phone, it doesn't exist. So that's where we're going. So I wanted to create something that was multi-platformed. So if people want to watch it on the wheel during the week, at the time slot, they can watch it live. If they want to watch it on VOD, they can watch it on VOD. If they want to watch it on their tablet or throw it up on their screen, they can do it. If they want to watch it on their phone, they can do it. And if they want to watch clips on social media, that's the other thing that has leveled the playing field. It's the social media platforms have become content distributors themselves, and people engage in content on that level, and it helps the major, it helps to promote your shows as well and get that fan engagement and interaction. So they all go hand in hand, and it's a perfect time to do this. It really, really is.
Well, really I want to congratulate you on this. I know that it must be very difficult because it's such a consuming project. How do you get through your day to day?
I pray. I pray a lot. Like you said, I'm losing my voice now, but I just, you know what I do? I go to museums. I take time out during the week to just wander. No schedule, no anything. And I just wander. It keeps my head together. Where I don't have to think about anything. I can just let go. And I think everyone should be able to do that. That's what keeps me going. I have so many projects going, girl. You know, pulling all this together. I have a great team, though. I have a great team. We're very small, but we're very mighty. They're very experienced, and they can put up with my craziness. That's the first thing.
Well, I want to thank you so much for this interview. I have been alerted that you've got another one that you've got to do. So
okay.
We don't have the time that we thought we had.